And here's another date to remember. Wednesday, June the 22nd, at the Polo Grounds, two great champions. Light heavyweight champion Archie Moore will defend his title against one of the greatest middleweight champions of all time, Carl Bobo Olsen, June the 22nd. Here are the ring officials assigned by the New York State Athletic Commission. Judges are Joe Agnello and Harold Bond. The timekeeper, George Bannon. Counting for the knockdowns, Bonnie Smith. Referee, Al Burl. Main event, 10 rounds. From Greenwich Village, wearing white trunks, weighing 163 and a quarter, Paddy Young. Paddy Young. His opponent from Central Islip, Long Island, wearing black trunks, weighing 167 and a half pounds, Billy McNeece. McNeece. Main event, 10 rounds. Another bout to follow.
And now referee Al Burl with his instructions to the fighters.
Both you boys are boxed in New York before, and you know the rules. I want you to be careful with your body blows. You can punch lows may cost you a round. I expect you both to break clean in clinches. I don't want to touch you. In case of a knockdown, a man going down must take an 8-count. The man scoring the knockdown will go to a neutral corner. Shake hands now. Good luck to both of you.
Okay, Al, the boys return to their corners. Nobody expects this to be fancy, but we sure expect it to be a fight. Paddy Young and Billy McNeece, when they get in there, almost anything can happen. Don Dunphy is standing by, ready to report it to you. And here we go, Don.
Thank you, Winelli. Good evening, everyone. Young misses a left over the head, takes a solid left to the body. Another puts a left jab on the chin a couple of times. McNeece, hard jab goes to the nose. They up and up with a quick flurry. McNeece is back with a sharp jab to the head, and Young misses a couple of left hooks fired at the head. McNeece is wild with the left hand, peppered at the chin, but short. Now he puts a jab on the mouth. Young's left hook is solid, but wide of the mark again. He takes a light jab on the chin by McNeece. Young puts a hard left hook high on the head. It's partially blocked by a right glove, and McNeece tries a right hand. It's short. A left hand by McNeece is wide, and Young is wild with the left hand. McNeece brings in a solid left to the head, double hooks, once to the body, once to the jaw with the left hand. Now Young is after him with a jab that is short of the mark. McNeece's jab is wide a couple of times. Young, a solid left thumper, goes in with the right hand instead, pounds it twice to the body. Now a hard left hook to the chin by Young. McNeece is perhaps an inch and a half taller than Paddy Young and a couple of pounds heavier. There's a light jab put out by Young that's wide of the mark. A solid right to the chin by McNeece. He double hooks to the body with the left, and Young is up with a left hook to the head. McNeece back with a sharp jab on the mouth. McNeece trailing his man a little bit. Little to choose between them so far. Young seems a little puffy around the left eye. He takes a jab on the chin. Young goes to close quarters. McNeece digs him a left hand to the body, a left to the chin, a right to the jaw by Billy McNeece. Fired as he was moving back, and now Young is wild with the left over the head. McNeece digs the left hand to the body again, goes to close quarters, and Young pounds him two left hands to the head. Young feints the left hand, moves around, takes a solid right to the chin, moves away from the left hand at his head. Paddy near his own corner, moves to the center. His right is short, and he takes both hands to the body by McNeece. McNeece feints the left hand. There's a hard left hook to the body put in there by Young. A left and a right to the jaw by Young. Staggering punches. And McNeece goes in and holds on for a moment. Meanwhile, working the left hand to the body. Just about a minute to go here in round one of what promises to be a hectic set two at the Garden. Young is wild with the left hand. He takes a flicking jab to his nose, a straight right to the chin by McNeece. And Young moves along the ropes out to the center. Both boys look pretty good in there so far. Young's right goes to the chin. He takes the left hand to the body. McNeece feints the left hand, goes down low, brings in a right to the body, and Young counters. A hard left smash to the midsection. There's a right to the chin by McNeece, and Young is back with two left hooks to the chin. They exchange jabs to the head. On the inside, they tie each other up, and then McNeece gets the right free, wings it to the body. Takes a right to the jaw by Paddy Young. Young whips another right hand to the body, and McNeece brings up a left hook to the jaw. Both boys fighting up right now. McNeece has the wider stance. Young has a more balanced from a jab to the head, and gets away from a jab by McNeece. They go to close quarters again, break without being told. Young smashes the left hand to the body, blocks the right at his midsection. Young is back to the ropes, takes the right high on the head, a left hand to the body by McNeece. On the inside, it's Young working a right chop to the jaw. McNeece feints the left hand, backs away. Young comes at him. Backs away himself now. They're out in the center. There's a right that's wild by McNeece, but he puts a hard left hook to the body, a right to the jaw. and Young himself scored with a solid right to the body. Young is in with a jab, then a left hook to the head. He started that punch as a jab, turned it into a hard hook. McNeece pounds him a right to the chin, a left jab to the nose at the bell.
Just 2 weeks from Sunday, June 19th, $1, the price of the razor alone. Coming into round 2 here at Madison Square Garden, a slugfest between Paddy Young and Billy McNeece, and both guys are slugging for fare thee well. Don?
All right, Wen, they go out there fast, and a hard left hook to the jaw by Young as he takes the left to the body by McNeece. They stab each other with left jabs. Young pounds another left hand to the body, and then McNeece does likewise. The boys are similar in styles. McNeece slightly the better boxer, perhaps. He peppers away a jab on the chin, gets under a wild right, and is hurt by a hard left smash to the body that turns him around. But he's back fast with a jab to the chin. The left hook that Young put to his body, you could hear upstairs on the top of the gallery. Now they exchange light jabs to the chin with the left hand. Young feints the left hand, keeps his glove well in front, moves away from a jab, then takes one, and comes back with a left hook to the jaw. The boys are fighting flat-footed to get power in their punches, and they're getting plenty of power in there. Young's left hook goes high on the head. McNeece almost ducking the punch, not quite. Young misses a sweeping right at the chin after scoring with a jab. He pounds both hands to the body. Then a left hand to the jaw, and takes a right to the chin by McNeece. McNeece is back, double hooking. Once to the body, once to the head with the left hand. And Young puts the left hand high on the head. McNeece rips the right to the body. A right hand to the jaw by Billy McNeece. The sharpshooter from Central Ice Slip, Long Island. Paddy Young from Greenwich Village, New York City, misses a jab fired at the chin. McNeece moves around his man, stabs out with a jab that's wide of the mark. Young himself is short with a jab. McNeece and Young, never a dull moment in this bout so far. There's a hard right to the head by McNeece, and Young is back with both hands to the body. Then McNeece smashes home a left to the midsection. Pouring it in, he takes a grazing right hand to the jaw by Young. Young gets away from a right and pounds both hands to the body of McNeece, swinging punches that hurt apparently. Young goes in close, pounds another right hand to the body. McNeece fires a straight right to the chin, and Young takes a wicked left hand to the body. A jab on the nose by Billy McNeece. Paddy moves out to the center of the ring now, feints the left hand, feints it again, ducks under a right, puts a light hook to the chin, and is pounded back by 2 jabs on the chin. Another jab to the nose by the left hand of Billy McNeece. 2 more in there, and then Young goes to jabbing. 2 on the chin, and then a left hook on the mouth. Young feints the left hand, puts the right hand to the body, makes McNeece get wild with a left that's short. And Young puts another right hand to the body. Another right to the body by Young, and McNeece brings up that left hand to the chin again. A minute to go in round 2. Young trying to slow his man down. Pounds the body with the left hand, and then 2 jabs on the chin. But he's wild with the right. A hard left hook to the jaw by Paddy Young, who's starting to hurt his man. He pounds a right to the chin. Another left hand to the head by Young. A jab on the nose. And McNeece is getting wilder and slowing up a little bit. Young takes a right to the chin, puts a hard left hook to the jaw. Little by little, he seems to be cutting down Billy McNeece, but we could be wrong in that. McNeece pounds a hard left to the body, puts a jab on the chin. Young feints the left hand, gets away from a long right at his head, and takes a double hook, once to the body, once to the jaw. By the left hand, another right to the chin by McNeece, and he forces Young back into the rope. Young puts that right uppercut to the jaw. McNeece pounds both hands to the head, and he's got Young on the rope on the far side, and Paddy has to hold on. The first real clinch of the fight so far. And there's a good official, Al Burrell, getting them apart. McNeece is cut around the right eye slightly. He puts a right to the chin. There's a right to the jaw by Paddy Young. And McNeece brings back a jab on the nose. Young feints the left hand, backs away, brings up a short right uppercut on the mouth. The bell and Win Elliott.
Okay, Don. Remember we said this, we didn't expect this to be fancy, but sure a fight, and it certainly is that. These men are out there slugging with everything they have. Now you take Paddy Young, the guy who has a left hook that seemingly can blast you right up into the second balcony here. He's been beaten, sure, in fights that we've seen him, but we've never seen anybody try to slug with him because, well, that would seem to be more than tempting fate. His opponent tonight, young Billy McNeece of Central Islip, New York, is trying to do just that, and that would indicate that this fight isn't going to last 10 rounds. It just isn't in the cards for it to last, and I'll say this. In the fights that we've seen, Paddy Young, he's taken the best in the division and has never has seemed to set him back on his heels. And whether McNeece has more dynamite than you might expect right at this moment, who can tell? But these boys are slugging it out, and I, for one, would never stand there in the center of the ring and slug with Paddy Young.